As Muslims want to implement here in the United States, we believe the Constitution should be replaced by the Quran. First move that I will do, I will abolish the Constitution and I will establish the only logical and rational Constitution, which is the Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Islam will be spread by two ways: the importation of Muslims into your country, or the spread of lower income, predominantly minority men.
The only way for leftism to win permanently is to import a group of people that fundamentally hate the American freedom. That happens to be Islam.
So I know there's a lot of people out there that are religious and believe in their own religion. However, I have been telling people this for years, that the way our world is going today, Muslim is very methodically taking over countries and doing a damn good job as it, because they can filtrate the system. They can get their people in there to lock in their way into the government using mayor, and then maybe the governor of the state, and then maybe step up and go into Congress or the House of Representatives, and then from there run for president. I mean, there are so many steps that these people are taking to infiltrate our system here in the United States. And if you see all the people that are getting rid of their before births, and the people that are destroying homes and families, and by what I mean by destroying is they're literally hurting or burying 6 feet under the loved ones that they care about so much, because of all the chaos that the government creates for the residents here in the United States to concentrate on all that chaos and forget about what's really happening. And I believe when the Biden administration was in there and opened the borders up, he was allowing, which you never heard the media talk about it. All you heard the media was say, oh, people from Mexico, people from Mexico, people from Honduras and back there. But what they never told you about is the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Muslims that came into our country and are now living in every state in our country, infiltrating every single city in every single state around our country. And they're only growing stronger because their beliefs are different than ours. See, they're not going to go have their children taken out of their womb because they don't believe that. And the women that do believe that, to them, are just imbeciles and need to be taken off of the earth. And yeah, it's going to get a lot more in the near future. I'm talking within the next 10, 15, or 20 years, because the way our people here in the United States are, they're giving them the power to succeed and step up to Muslimize everybody to become only one religion, the dominant religion, and there's no way of stopping it.
Islam will be spread by two ways: the importation of Muslims into your country, or the spread of lower income, predominantly minority men. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, the left love Islam and they will import Islam, and we see that in Australia and in London. One of the major people in the Department of Education in London, he's literally an imam and a mufti. He's literally an Islamic scholar and an imam who preaches. You will see Islam make its way into the left-wing politics. That's one of the reasons the borders were open the last 4 years. It was intentional about changing the character of this nation fundamentally. The way to destroy America will be Islam, and this is very obvious in UK. Half of Americans are left, half of Americans are right, give or take. The only way for leftism to win permanently is to import a group of people that fundamentally hates the American freedom. That happens to be Islam.
And we all know that the men of the religion run everything: the women, the children, the land, the businesses, the electricity, everything that happens, the men run it, and with an iron fist. And so the women of the United States, you're not going to see them once this occurs and takes over. You're not going to see women running out on the beach with bikinis. They're going to have it hijab on with a hijab bathing suit that covers 90% of their body. So, and you're not going to see men and women out on the beach together. You're going to see women having their sections and the men hanging out, drinking, and having a good time and partying over in their section. And right now, the Muslim men are using their women here in the United States as an ashtray to get people addicted to their language and to the Quran and to their who they are. And you know, it is growing in a number which anyone has ever seen before. And if you don't believe me, just look at other countries. Look at the UK, over there, in England, places over there. It's just the Muslim territory is already taken over. They're actually getting rid of the different Bibles in certain territories across England, across the UK. And they're going to be doing the same here in the United States. As a matter of fact, some cities here in the United States already banned the Bible from being within the city limits of the cities that these Muslims live in. And if you want to become Muslim, you can, but you have to go through their studies, you have to abide by their guidelines, and you have to learn their religion and know the Quran. So it is getting, as the Americans are going crazy, protesting, going against the government, this is allowing the Muslim government to come in underneath and behind the scenes, and this is where they're going to get their power. And they are starting in New York. They need to dominate New York to be able to spread across the country. And people could say exactly what they want. I don't care. You could say, hell no, it ain't going to happen. But you know what? You're one person or 5 people or 20 people against millions that are for Muslims taking over the United States.
You are the best of nations. You're better than everybody else. That's what Allah is saying. Let's work towards that. Let's work towards the Muslim mayor. Next election that comes in, nominate people for the School Board of Education. Next election that comes here, nominate people for the local township.
What we as Muslims want to implement here in the United States, we believe the Constitution should be replaced by the Quran. First move that I will do, I will abolish the Constitution and I will establish the only logical and rational Constitution, which is the Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
On a societal level, that method prescribed is jihad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prescribed that the ones who don't accept the ruling of Islam, they must be fought.
Let's look at this other list. The list of countries where the Bible is restricted or banned versus the Quran. Let's play this if you somehow think with all the stuff you heard that somehow I'm not right. Roll the clip.